Let's look and see how we can use the assignment feature in Canvas to actually help us go through and evaluate students a little bit better. And in my opinion, it makes it to where we can individualize feedback and put it on a more personal level. Anyway, this is my test assignment. You'll notice I don't have any content in there. I just set this assignment up just so that we could go through and see some of these features. In order to grade assignments, now I've had this assignment as submitting a URL. So the work piece will actually come from somewhere else, and it's going to come from a Google Doc. How I go through and grade, though, is the speed grader. So if I click on that, it will pull me over into the grading portion of the assignment. Now, this doesn't grade it automatically, but what it does is allow you to have the content that you're actually grading here, and then you can put the grade over here where it says grade out of 100. Now, I don't have anything, but my test student does have an assignment that I put in through Google. So this is a Google Doc. You'll notice that it looks like I need to sign in, but if I click, it really doesn't do anything. It just comes up like that because that's the web page that would be displayed if I was pulling this up just as a web page. But here is my link. So if I click on that, it takes me straight into the document. If you want to be able to comment on these documents, though, you have to have your student set up the share options so that you can comment. It's not a big deal. It can be easily done. Even after they turn it in, they can change the share settings on it. But you'll notice that this part right here is exactly what you would see in Google Docs, just like if they'd shared it with you. So let's say I want to make comments. I can make a comment. Now, it looks like it's going to get cut off, but really, I can just go over. And once you start typing, it actually goes over on its own so that you can see exactly what you're typing. Here's the neatest feature, though. If I want to do more than just comments, I can put in a video comment where I'm actually interacting with the student on a video level, or I can just give audio feedback. What I found particularly helpful is to put in written comments, very clear and concise comments within the document, and then give an explanation that is a verbal explanation. And it gives you a few options. When I pull this up, I can either upload media, so if I've got something that I really want to upload for them to see, I can, but this is pretty neat. The camera feature is here, which would record audio and video. But if I just want to record audio, because if you're like me, I don't necessarily like to be filmed. I like giving audio feedback, but I don't really like being filmed. It gives me the option to click on the microphone, and then it does ask me to allow this every single time. And that's just so that Canvas doesn't access your microphone or webcam all the time. So I can hit allow, and then it pulls up the screen so that I can record the audio. Now, once I record the audio, I just hit save, and it actually goes in as an audio clip for the student to pull up and listen to. So this could take the place of individual conferences with students, which normally take a lot of class time to go through. And then while you're doing conferences with individual students, you have to worry about classroom management and what your students are doing at the time. So I feel like this does a great job of saving time. And then once you put the grade in there, let's say I wanted to give the student a 90, then that's it. It's saved, and then I move on. And then these grades can be pushed straight into PowerSchool if you have that setting. Let's say that I want to change the settings around a little bit. I can sort any number of ways for how the submissions actually pull up, but I think this is a pretty neat feature. Hide student names in the speed grader. So if I hit save setting, it'll reload the page, and instead of being the test student, this is just student 1. And then if I go over to student 2, student 2 doesn't have theirs turned in. It enables me to go through and anonymously grade exactly how I would if I had no idea who turned it in. So it's another neat thing. Now, yes, you do know exactly whose paper it is at the end of the day. It's matched up in the grade book. You can also go back and undo that setting anytime you want to. But this is just neat because now you don't have to worry about, well, am I really giving that student a tougher time grading because I know who that student is. So that takes that out of the equation. But anyway, these are just a few neat things that we can use the Canvas assignment for to make this a true assessment and then give students meaningful feedback.